Hello, everyone. My name is Refiloe, popularly known as Moyo, and I am a traditional healer, Sangoma. I find that my phone book and mailbox is inundated with messages of people not knowing how to communicate with their ancestors. This is something that's very important for us to do because it allows us to tap into a different world that we're not currently a part of and get to have a communication with our ancestors going. In some instances, you find that a person would say that they wake up in the middle of the night, they don't know why, they can't sleep soundly throughout the night, and every day at a particular time, they just wake up and sleep is gone, and they can't figure out why this is the case. So I'm going to fill you in on a few little tricks that I have that's going to help you get through such things. Um, Whether you're feeling run down or you're feeling alone or you feel like your life is just not panning out as you'd like it to be, and you just need to speak and to find a very quiet and meditative state in your mind and in your spirit, then you will follow the instructions shown by myself. So I've got three things that you need to acquire. Firstly, candles. Whether it's going to be white or yellow, you just get a 6 pack of the set, and you're going to use these in your spiritual activity, we'll call it. Next, you're going to get snuff. It's black at the bottom and white on top. Ginzu, it's tobacco, right? And then we have impepo, sage. There's different kinds, many different kinds. Some grows in water, some grows just out in the veld, and you can buy these at any taxi ranks, herbal stores, like Faraday's, stuff like that. That's where you can find it. And with these three things that you're going to have, you are then going to set a time for yourself. Um, let's say between 12 p.m. and 5 o'clock in the morning, where you're going to wake up, set your alarm or let your body clock go off as would naturally, and you're going to pull out a set of a candle, one candle from your set, rather, pardon me, and you're going to use your snuff and your pep. You don't have to burn a lot because the point is not trying to smoke up the room or smoke up the house, but just to get that smell going and the cloud of smoke to form around you where you'll be meditating. So you should look for a quiet place in your room or in your house where you can retreat to that has low traffic, because you don't want you to keep on moving stuff around all the time, or when you have guests you feel like you have to move things away. So find a place where you feel like it's going to be a nice little sanctuary for you where you're going to be able to do this. Also get a candle holder so that your candle sits upright and is safe, because once you switch it on you're not going to switch it off again. It has to finish by itself. um, and get like a small little mat, or a plain white cloth like 1 meter long to set about where you're going to be doing your meditative ritual. So you're going to start by lighting either one of the two candles. These are my go-to colors when I'm praying or wanting to reach out to my ancestors. Either one of these or both of these is fine. Listen to your gut feel, listen to what you're encouraged to do. That's more important than anything else. So you're going to put one of them there. So what you need to do are three activities. You need to pray, you need to phahla, and you need to meditate. And praying is self-explanatory. You will pray as you pray to your maker. And then uphahla, that's where you're going to use your snuff, and your mpepo comes in. Because you're going to take your snuff, you're going to pinch it like so, and then you're going to pour it onto the surface, like where you'll be praying and like sitting at. And while you're busy doing this whole action, you're going to be talking. So this is the important part. You must now reach out to every ancestor that you know of by name and by surname, whether you're aware of them or not. Ask also to be enlightened by other spirits that you may not be aware of or know them by name, and that you're calling upon everybody who brings you peace, love, and kindness, and brings light into your life and has good intentions for your life. That's who you're going to be addressing this mpahlo to. So afterwards, you're going to mention yourself by name. Ke nna Refiloe, ke ngwana lona bo koko ba ragolo. Ke tla ko lona ke tlo ithoba mo pela lona boko ba ragolo. Basically, I'm introducing myself. They may be my ancestors, yes, but I still keep on reintroducing myself to them all the time. And I ask for them to all come out and listen to what I need to say to them and to be welcoming of me and humble myself in this process and talk to them as I would an adult sitting across the table from me. And you'll talk about absolutely anything and everything under the sun that is troubling you, that you're thankful for, or that you just like to share. Um, Also, you can mention your dreams in that. So that's something that's very important that will allow you to start being able to communicate with your ancestors. And while you're doing all of this, your mpepo will be burning slightly, just letting out a small little smoke, and your candle will be lit. But also, before you light your candle, you're going to take your matches, such as so, matches. And this is an action that I learned while I was in my prophecy lessons. So you're going to light your candle, and you're going to go in a circular motion around your candle and lesedi khanya, and you light it, right? But that's just a phrase that I use for myself. You can pray in that process, ask for light, ask for guidance, whatever it is that you're going to be asking for. Because once you light this candle, it's going to stay lit in your room while you carry on with the rest of your meditative process. I'm going to switch that off because that was just for demonstration purposes. I do, however, have a candle lit across the room from me that's always lit. Whenever I'm in my home, it's the first thing I do is light a candle. Firstly, to show my presence in my home, and also to ask my ancestors to share the space with me. You know, I'm inviting them into my space. So while you do that, also more Phahla, you're going to be doing this action. So ke nna Refiloe ke tla ko lona boko ba ragolo kopa leng kgansetseng le mpuleng sefuba le kelele boko ba ragolo ke ngwana lona ka metlhale ka mabaka kopa leng kutlweleng botlhoko ke lebogele bophelo ke lebogele lerato ke lebogele neo mpheleng yona boko ba ragolo. Just like that, it's going to be almost like a rhythmic sound that you're going to make with your hands that's going to carry the rhythm of what you'll be speaking about. At times you'll break to pour some more snuff on the floor, and then you're going to put it down again and carry on. It's something that you'll learn over time and you'll start being comfortable with. Also, now we're talking about the stuff that you'll be talking about. Because you'll be doing this action for the next 6 days. Yes, this is for 6 days. So every night, between whatever time window that I've given you, you're going to pick an hour that you're going to wake up at. Preferably be warm, be comfortable, and because you're going to be sitting out there for a while after sitting in your warm blankets for time. So I'd need you to be comfortable and not be all over the place or anything like that, or cause yourself any discomfort. So you'll be sitting there with all your stuff lit, running as normal. So you pray, you Phahla, then you meditate. Meditating is part of the most important part of things that you're going to do. It always comes after, because you will be calming yourself down, quieting your mind, quieting your spirit, and just listening. Listening to how I feel, how my room feels, how the energy around me feels, how do I feel physically in my body. Don't start any conversations in your mind and start conversations like, what am I doing? Am I doing it right? Like, it feels wrong. Because once you do that, you're breaking away from this world that you're trying to tap into. And it's going to come over time. You're going to get more and more comfortable. You'll know what to do in that state, in that space, and it's something that's going to come very naturally for you. So this is going to be done for the next 6 days. So we have many topics under the sun that we would like to talk about, address in our Phahla when we speak to our ancestors. Break it down into little segments and focus on certain areas of your life on each day. That helps because you don't feel overwhelmed. And also, in the beginning, it's going to be very difficult. You might have a one-liner, a two-liner, and feel like, I'm not even sure what I'm doing myself. But as time goes, you'll find that it's a lot easier for you to communicate and get stuff off your chest. And the more you do something, the more comfort you find in it and you find your place in it. Also, another thing, if outside of the 3 things that I've mentioned, the mpepa, the candles, and the snuff, you have an inclination or a voice in your head that tells you, go get a cup of water, a glass of water that you can pray upon, and then have it there as well, and you drink it towards the end. Please, 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 listen to the voices that are in your head, in your heart. Those voices are not there because you're going crazy. Trust, you're not. But those are part of the guides that we get from our ancestors. And if we're not going to listen, a lot of the stuff will go undone, and they won't satisfy you in the end. And ultimately, it's to find peace and comfort and stillness in your life by doing this ritual. So take heed in and use my tips and guides as much as you can and where you can. And if you feel stuck, please don't hesitate to don't WhatsApp me, SMS me rather. I'm going to leave my details at the bottom just for a few questions now and again to go on and guide you. And I will make follow-up videos to answer all the questions that you have. And subscribe to my channel, please, all the way down here. And thank you so much. And you'll be seeing a lot more of me. Thokozani, I hope you find peace, love, and guidance and stillness in your life. Ndawo.